So what was the mindset when you realized that? Because I know you were young, right? Even though you were 39 when you got out,
Yes.
you're kind of still young in the mind
Yes.
because you're getting out. When you went out thinking, okay, now I can go back, get my life together. When you first realized when that light bulb went off, like, man, like what I did in the past is really affecting me. Like, what is that mindset like? Is it hard to accept? Like, how do you move forward with that?
Well, you know, when you're young, as you know, it says that your brain does not fully develop until the age of 25. And so when you going through and you reaching maturity, as you young man, as you go through life, you're going to continue to mature. At 40, you're not going to think as you did when you was 30. At 50, you're not going to think as you did. So as we grow wiser naturally. So my thinking process was I had to decide what it was I wanted to do so that I could stay out here in society and be productive. And so I had to come up, started using my brain, my skills that I learned while I was in prison. And so the thing was this, what kind of job do I want? Do I need to go to school to elevate my education in it so I can get a better job or what? See, all of these things came into my mind, but the reality still was I was labeled as a sex offender. That made it even worse. And the reality with that is tremendous, man, when you coming out here after 21 years and you're not recognizing that they got you registered as something that you can't go around this place, that place, you can't work here. And nobody wants to hire somebody who has a background like that, even though you was a juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the reality of it with me. Everybody's situation is different. But I was reflecting back on still when I was younger, I could see the younger me now. As the grown, mature man, I could see the young, misguided Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
He was very lost and misguided, very troubled young kid. I can see him now. And so when somebody speaks about Shawn Hunter, about his past, they are speaking about a child. I have not been convicted of any crimes since I've been an adult, and I don't plan on getting convicted of or doing any kind of criminal acts. So when somebody speaks on my background, they are speaking about a child, what a child did, with an undeveloped brain he got caught up in. And so it's so unfortunate that we run, and your question basically was, you run into these situations and you got to think about how you're gonna deal with it. So anybody who has a criminal background is gonna have difficulties trying to get a job into somebody else's company and really be a asset unless they really, really got some skills. But just coming out and with these little entry-level jobs and things like that. And so we got to start, even when we come out, get a trade or learn something. I went back to school academically and got me a degree. Since I've been out of prison and I graduated, I'm proud of myself. I graduated with a 3.9 GPA out of a community college. And I had never typed before. I had to take typing class. I had to take all kinds of different kind of classes, public speaking, things I had never done before. But I went through, disciplined myself, and went through 2 summers and a half and got me my degree. And I felt so good about it. I hang it on my wall now. When people come in my office, I classify that when I'm sitting in my seat, that's my crown that goes around the wall, my degrees and my certificates. I'm proud of that because that's hard work. That's work that signifies what you did, not as a team, but what you did yourself. And so I commend everyone. And so that's what I really, really try to push, this educational thing. And it's very important because if we are not educated, we don't even know that we can develop to be whatever. And so it hinders us in a lot of ways. And so that makes us go to people with a handout. Nobody owes us nothing. And that's one thing that we need to understand, that God put all of us here on this big earth so that we can till and go through this earth and do the things and build and build home for ourselves and be productive people. But you don't see in the animal kingdom, let's say, for instance, you don't see a lion asking a tiger, give me some food. You got to go and get your own food. You don't see a white bird asking a black bird, give me your worm. You got to go and get your own worm. And so if you put that in the aspect of us as people, who are the ones that mostly got their hand out all the time? And I can speak to us like that because we need to stop it. And nobody wants to speak the truth because what? It hurts. But we need to stop it, Lynchburg. We need to go out here. We need to build our community up. We need to clean it up. We know who's out here doing this shooting and this silly mess around in our cities, and we need to stop it and clean it up in a nutshell. And so we can play all the games that we want and talk with no action, and it'll stay the way that it is. But we're going to have to get out here and deal with our youth. And ourselves out here to make our community better. There's no way that I can go downtown and somebody downtown is going to do for me what I need to be doing for myself. They're not going to be mean to you. They're going to smile at you and nod and yes and everything, but they're not going to do nothing for us until we start doing something for ourselves. And that's the way that it's supposed to be. And so until we do that, we're going to continue to allow people to come into our community, brother, and open up these little hood stores and sell us bad food, bad meat, outdated chewing gum, freezer burned ice cream, freezer burned meat, and we're gonna buy it and make them rich. We are the #1 consumers, not only in Lynchburg, but in this country. And don't own nothing but barbershops and churches.
Of other people's product.
That's it. And it's sad, and I'm tired of it. And so I got to come and speak the truth. I mean, whatever it brings to me, it got to come to me, but I spoke it, and that's my job. I had a wise man tell me one time, brother, he said, one day truth and the lie went swimming. And so when they went out there into the pond to go swimming, the truth went out a little bit further. And then once the lie saw that the truth went out further, the lie swam back to the bank and got the truth clothes and put the truth clothes on and started running. And so when the truth saw that, the truth started swimming back to the bank and chased them, but the truth was naked. So the naked truth was chasing the well-dressed lie, and when he caught up to him, he took his clothes off him and exposed him that he was a liar.
Wow. Wow.
So that's, a wise man
Yes,
told me
that's
that
a
story one
podcast
time. That
within
was
itself.
beautiful, and it stayed with me.
That's a podcast within itself.
Yes, sir.